it's me again, ASMR Classic, and I've been away for a little while. Been did some writing, some touring. We had the festive season, of course, Christmas and New Year. If you celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas, and if not, happy celebration. And I really just wanted to try and get something uploaded. We didn't do what I intended to do with Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, because I'm stupid, really. And also, for reasons I won't bore you with, but this little space I'm in now, I'm using my phone rather, to use as a camera. And it all got a little bit crazy over the last month or so. But we're back now. Ooh, crikey. Apologise for that. I ought to turn on my do not disturb thing. Let's do that now, shall I? Yep. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, this is ASMR Classic, as you may know. And the idea is to try and create some relaxing ASMR videos. And if you've been here before, you'll know I kind of discovered ASMR during the lockdown, during the COVID pandemic. And I use it a lot, mainly to get to sleep at night. Could be since I started wearing glasses and I find it difficult reading in bed, but that's too much information. You may also know as well that we're desperately trying to get to 1,000 viewers. Followers, I do apologise. So if you're not a follower, maybe you can, click the button down wherever it is, That'd be lovely. Thank you. Appreciate that. Because if we get to the point where we can monetize this, we're going to start doing some original writings. As you may have gathered, this channel on and off has been about books and stories and writing. And so I wanted to create some original stuff, original writing, that would appeal to an ASMR audience. So, if we get there, you'll be the first to know. I was also aware, over the last year or so, I don't know when you're watching this, it's one of the glories of YouTube is that this could be, watched years to come. But the world generally is a little bit, how shall we say, unequal at the moment. There's quite a lot of stuff going on which is a bit concerning all around the world, and I guess there always has been. But I was minded when I came across this. This is as you can see, poems of the Great War. The Great War being the 1914-1918 war. And as you can see, this little collection here, which I bought, by the way. In fact, all these books that feature on here I've bought. None of them have been sent to me. I'm not that popular or famous. But you can see this little collection features 50 memorable poems from some of the best writers of the time. Rupert Brooke, Siegfried Sassoon, Wilfred Owen, and many, many others, Rosenberg. I can't actually read that very well, it's quite small, isn't it? Let me see if I can see here. Yes, Edward Thomas, of course, Richard Adlington, many more, vividly expressing the ravages of war, fought on the front line. Their poems are some of the most powerful and poignant works of the 20th century. That's their web, Reading Press, I think they're called, yes. I'm sure, I hope they don't mind me featuring this, I'm sure they won't. So I just thought we'd have a little look at this. There's an anthology from 1914-18, and obviously war poetry is not the most relaxing thing to think of, but there are a few things that kind of struck me while I was thumbing through this earlier, not least of which my dad was in the Second World War. He was a paratrooper. He landed at Arnhem, a bridge too far. He lied about his age to join up. Didn't go too well, but he was sort of moved by it, but also realised that you had to do what you had to do. So let's just have a little look at this introduction. Excuse me, I'm still a bit sniffy. Yeah, it must be a constant state in me. Introduction. The poets of World War I, the Great War, as it was called, It was also the war to end all wars, or it was supposed to be. I didn't like how it did it. Anyway, continued to hold a distinctive place in modern English literature. This generation of soldier poets was eager to reveal the brutal realities of war in an honest and straightforward manner, eschewing the romanticised themes and language of the Victorian poets. Their writing emerged as reportage with a new style that was unadorned. Oops. I've got that right, haven't I? Yes, and immediate. What had once been celebrated as a courageous military feat in a poem like Tennyson's The Charge of the Light Brigade. Oh, hang on a sec, I've just realised something. I should have done this beforehand. Got a bit more light, there you go. It's not a film light, it's just a table lamp, but it helps a little bit, doesn't it, I think? Sorry about that again. Yes. Of course, Tennyson's Charge of the Light Brigade was now transformed to a heartless depiction of humanity in Wilfred Owen's anthem of doomed youth. Quote from the poem, "What passing bells for those who die as cattle," underscoring the soulless nature of the modern industrial era. This new generation's bleak message was clear. War is merciless. Death is senseless. At the height of the war, excuse me, this stark poetry was immensely popular. Hundreds of thousands of poems were written and published in these years between 1914 and 1918, yet only a few hundred poems have endured. Most of the poets represented in this anthology experienced the war firsthand. Part of a crop of well-educated young men serving in battle, often with literary aspirations. The careers of a few, such as the suspense. The careers of a few, such as Siegfried Sassoon, Robert Graves, Ivor Gurney, and Herbert Beard, were launched. Herbert Beard. Were launched, their reputations enduring throughout much of the 20th century. Yet tragically, several others were killed in battle or died of disease or infection. Rupert Brooke, Charles Hamilton Sawley, Edward Thomas, Isaac Rosenberg, Wilfred Owen, John McCrae, their talents and immense potential woefully cut short. Even the older men who did not serve in combat. Already established writers like Rudyard Kipling and Thomas Hardy were deeply affected by loss, overcome by the sense of despair that permeated the consciousness of the country. Sorrows manifold, Hardy wrote on the signing of the armistice, November the 11th, 1918. Among the young, among the weak and old, and the pensive spirit of pity whispered, "Why?" Kind of poignant introduction, isn't it? Yes, I do know that Rupert Brooke, I think his poems around here somewhere. Oh yes, this is The Soldier. I'll read you this because Rupert Brooke actually had his first poetry published when he was living in London. He actually had a bit of a breakdown and then recovered and was going to go off to the United States and Tahiti. But just before he left, we had a farewell party in Regent Street in London. Just before he left, he heard about this little skirmish in Europe that was all going to be over by Christmas. So he did his bit and joined up. And of course, as we know, it wasn't over by Christmas. It was the First World War and went on for 4 years. And this poem, The Soldier, I'll read it to you because it's quite nice in a horrible way. It maybe gets a bit of grief for being a bit sort of talking about empire in England, and so it's very British in that sense. But I also feel if you had any country instead of England, the emotion is still the same. It's only short, and I hope you like it. Rupert Brooke, The Soldier. If I should die, this of me, that there's some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of England's, breathing English air, washed by the rivers, blessed by the sons of home. And think this heart all evil shed away, a pulse in the eternal mind, no less, gives somewhere back the thought by England given, her sights and sounds, dreams happy as her day, and laughter learnt of friends, and gentleness in hearts at peace, under an English heaven. Written in 1915, Rupert Brooke. And rather sadly, Rupert Brooke didn't make it. He was injured in the trenches and got blood poisoning and died in Greece, I think it was. So, a bit sad. But as I say, I thought I'd share this with you. Because there are some fascinating, lovely stories. Yes. And on that note, a little bit shorter, but I wanted to get this done. I don't know if you like notebooks, but I do quite like notebooks. I've got rather a lot of them around. I've also got a smart writing set, and if anyone's interested, I'll demonstrate how that works. It's basically a pen, but is it? It's a pen with a camera in the nib, and as you write, it digitizes everything that you write. So, yes, you can just see this. Perhaps next time, if anyone's interested, I'll show how that works. But in the meantime, thank you so much for your attention. I hope you kind of like that. I mean, as I say, it's a little bit of a sad subject, but hey, lest we forget. And as you can see, a tiny little book, which I came across at a bookshop in Notting Hill. So thank you once more for your time. If you've not subscribed, it'd be really nice if you could. And I'll see you next time. Oh, yeah, coaster. And as always, to quote Charles Dickens, bless us all, everyone. Thanks again.